People of Reddit, what are some of the guy code and girl code unwritten rules that you always follow? Should a bro die in a weightlifting related accident, a bro will add at least 100 pounds to the bar before reporting the incident. Be generous with your closest friends. Buy them an occasional beer or their favorite soft drink without keeping score of whose turn it is to pay. If another lady walks past and you notice a blood stain on the back of their pants/skirt, tell them, but do it discreetly. Recently noticed a passenger had a spot on her pants. Wrote her a note and slipped it to her as I was collecting trash from the carriage. Half hour later, I see her again, and she has a different change of pants on. She was super thankful. If somebody loans me money, it's my job to remember to pay back, not this to collect. Upwards nod equals we're friends, and I'm acknowledging you. Downwards nod equals I don't know you, but I'm acknowledging you. If he drives, you pay for parking. If you see a girl with her skirt tucked into her tights, tissue stuck to her shoe or lipstick on her teeth, tell her. Guy code. Don't try to get with someone else's partner. Always give at least one space for urinals. Head nod. If someone offers to pay, you should ask them if they are sure. If they are, then it is rude to further reject what is supposed to be a kindness on their part. I got the bill. Are you sure? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Thank you. When a girl says, I won't tell anyone, what she really means is, I won't tell anyone except my best friend. Source, girl. If you hear anything about a girl having a thing for your bro, you tell him immediately. I don't care. If you're in the jungle with no cell phone service, you walk back to the nearest cell phone tower and let him know, so he can get laid. If your friends help you move, you are expected to A. Be packed already, and B. Provide pizza and beer. Guy code. Never try to get with a friend's past flame without explicit discussion and permission. Gas your friend up when their crush is present. Driver gets the aux cable until responsibility is delegated. Heart to hearts are for after 3 AM. My girlfriend was telling me last night that she always carries an extra pad or tampon because you'll never know when another woman may need one and not have one. She said it's an unwritten rule for women that even if you hate the person, you will give them one if they need it. Got me thinking, what other unwritten rules have I not heard of? Girl code. If something is fixable within 5 minutes, makeup, something stuck in teeth, small things on appearance, you tell her and help her if needed. If it isn't fixable on the spot, you keep your mouth shut and especially don't point it out to others. Last slice of pizza or last pop/beer always goes to who paid for it. If you all chipped in, you don't have to ask, but you have to tell. And never take both in the same hangout, no matter what the earlier rules say. Never mess with the music in another person's car. Don't care how crap you think their taste is. If you know someone else had a regrettable hookup, no you don't. Not even if you fall out and become enemies. You don't remember. You can have the last beer. You can have the last slice of pizza. You can't have both. I only had one chance to exercise this girl code rule, but once I was passing a girl in the lobby of a building, and she told me that she had just gotten a straight perm and was waiting for the rain to pass before she went outside, so I let her share my umbrella for 4 to 5 blocks while we walked to a bus stop together. I would do that for any woman if it happened again. Perms are $200 plus, can take up to 3 hours, and are ruined if you get them wet within 48 hours of having the procedure done. Edit, because I keep getting the same questions about perms. Cost, it costs a lot, because it's a lot of work for the hairdresser. You are mostly paying for his/her time, plus the chemicals and tools they use. Professional hairdressers charge a lot for their services. If you are asking for anything beyond a basic haircut, time, it takes a long time, because in a straight perm, the one I had 10 years ago anyway, they put the chemicals in my wet hair and then used a wet to dry straightening tool to perfectly straighten every strand of hair. If they tried to do it quickly, they could have damaged my hair, burned me with steam, or left some areas unstraightened. Showering, you can shower with a shower cap or with a towel wrapped around your head if you keep your hair out of the water. Do women still get perms? 8 is perms were to curl straight hair, because that was the most popular style. Most perms today are to straighten curly hair, because that's been a more popular style for the past 15 plus years, for some people. No style is universal obviously. When your best friend dies, you have to delete his internet history. Common courtesy. If you sell a buddy a car, or anything of value, cheaper than normal, because they are a friend, that friend must offer to sell it back to you, before offering it to the general public. If a guy needs a tampon, you give it to him, no questions asked. I'm from the south, so some of mine are probably southern type of things. 1. Don't kill an animal, unless you are going to eat it. 2. Unless he starts it, you must defend your friend in a fight regardless of the odds. If he started it, you intervene before he gets up to bad, but only enough to extricate him from the situation. 3. If you go fishing, and it's not your boat, you buy the beer, ice, and bait. 4. For close friends, show up to funerals, weddings, and birthdays, even if you don't want to. 5. Pay for the bachelor at his bachelor party. 6. If a friend is going through a bad breakup, it is the responsibility of the bro tribe to keep him out of the house as much as possible for the first few months. 7. If your friend is generally a hard-working, industrious guy, and they hit a financial rough spot, and you can help, you help. 8. In the event of a hurricane, or other disaster, assemble the brothers, grab the chainsaws, shovels, coolers, and beer, and go house to house fixing. Don't wait for King FEMA, do the yourself. 9. If a bro is in jail, and you can afford to post bail, then you post bail. 10. If a bro is stranded somewhere, you go get him, regardless of what time it is. 11. Don't let your brothers drive drunk, period. 12. If a bro seems genuinely down, ask them for a beer, and ask them if they are okay. Sometimes they just want someone to listen, and usually only a bro or their dad will listen or care. 13. If a bro wants to learn to hunt or fish, and you know how, teach them and don't talk too much about their ineptitude. Once they have learned a bit, you can talk about how crappy of a shot they, or how they always backlash the rails. 14. If you have a professional service that you provide, and your bro needs it, it's okay to do it for free the first time. 15. If a bro is working on his house or truck and needs help, and you know how to use tools, then help his out. 16. If you have a truck and bro needs to move something big, like a BBQ pit or a cornhole set, you loan him the truck, or go with him. 17. If a bro is having a BBQ, you bring some kind of meat and beer. 18. Never touch another man's grill without his permission. 19. If you see your bro's girlfriend or wife getting harassed by a dude and your bro isn't there, you are the surrogate bro and must intervene. If you are fighting, no matter what, don't touch the balls. Unless you are asked, and willing to provide further details, keep remarks about the time you spent with someone vague and borderline childish. Example, you've spent a night with your GF, you did everything from oral, to new positions, to using some of her toys. Your description and summation of all these events can be stated as I got some. Brothers before hoes, but not before wives. Sure, it's when a buddy has to stay home for a weekend camping trip, but if his wife's sick, and they have a 3-month-old, it's probably best that he keeps his family's interests above your own. Haha. If you see another girl in an uncomfortable situation, you try to get her out of there, or at least let her know that you got her back. I've done it for everyone, from my sister, to my friends' moms. One time at a school event, my best friend's mom somehow ended getting an unsolicited massage from another parent with boundary issues, and I quickly made an excuse up that I needed help at the concession stand. No one is too old or too young to do this. On a more lighthearted side, in my experience, when you hug another girl, you always try to slot the boobs by going slightly to the side, so that you don't just mash your chests together and hurt someone. Edit. I think I made everyone's next hug a little weirder. To all the people who helped somebody else out when it was obvious they needed it, you guys are MVPs. Thou shalt never hold a bro's wingman duties against him. When you're chatting up a girl, I don't care how unattractive the friend he's flirting with is, or how bad his flirting technique is. When he's distracting the air defenses to give you a clear run at the target, you do not insult his flying. Girl code. Whenever another girl asks how she looks, if you have something negative to point out, do it gently and follow up with at least one or more positive. As a guy that lifts weights and has brought some of his other male and 2 female friends into the fold, you never ever slander another person's weight on any lift. If your friend is 250 pounds and only benches 135 but is trying his off, then you never make a sound other than howling intense encouragement at them. The rule in my basement is, everything is heavy to somebody. As long as you're giving it your full, then the number is irrelevant. Silence at the urinal. Man, I will not speak to you unless I require immediate medical attention and you appear to be a doctor. If possible, I will take a urinal at least one urinal away from anyone else and select spacing to maximize the number of potential peas who needn't stand shoulder to shoulder. Guy code. If your drunk bro is about to cheat on his girlfriend, you must follow through with one intervention. If he says he doesn't care, you did your part and are free from any responsibility. Lightly picking on each other is a sign of endearment, but you should always be trying to build each other up. Don't put someone else down just to make yourself look/feel better. Everyone wants to feel important and the center of attention sometimes. Don't bang someone that your friends are deeply invested in, even if it's not going to go anywhere. I wish I had friends who followed any of these. As a lady with autism, this has to be one of the most useful threads I have ever read. All these unwritten rules about how to treat others socially don't naturally occur to me. I feel like I have gained new powers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Edit. All you guys made me cry a little. Thank you so much for all your kind interactions. I promise to use my new powers for good. Not every girl follows this code but should. When you see a woman in need of help because somebody won't leave her alone, you either tell someone or step in as her best friend and persuade the person to go. Women also just know to go to the bathroom together. For opinions on appearance, to gossip briefly, or just for safety reasons. Edit. The safety reasons for going to the bathroom with another person aren't because of danger in the bathroom, but the walk to it can be. In a crowded place like a club, there could be predators anywhere looking for a girl on their own, especially if the girl has been drinking. A pair of girls are less likely to be assaulted than a girl alone. I will wingman any man. I don't even have to know you. Hell, I'll wingman any woman too. If you are trying to make an impression on someone you think you'll hit it off with, call me. I love, and I'm always willing to help make it happen. This is going to sound weird as a guy code thing, as it's actually a bro thing to do for women. If I happen to be walking somewhere at night, think grocery store parking lot, and I'm behind a woman, I always scuff my feet or something, so that she doesn't get freaked out by a man popping out of nowhere. As a fast walker, I will usually also slow my pace, so she doesn't think I'm trying to gain on her or anything. Women's lives are filled with these safety-related mini panic attacks, and as a guy, I try to do my best to not cause them. If a girl throws up or passes out from drinking, no guy will touch her, even if it means I have to glue myself to her for the rest of the night. If you have a tampon and someone says they need one, you hand it over, no exceptions. If a guy is imposing himself on a girl physically, you are obliged to rudely squeeze yourself between them and help her escape. Also, it's called bro code and ho code.